Hello, and welcome to Toluna's webinar, Do More with Less. Today, we will be focusing on how our clients can unleash the full potential of their research budget utilising Toluna Start. My name is Ruari Grigg, and I'm a Director of Digital Solutions here at Toluna. What that means in practice is I consult with our clients, both existing and new, to develop solutions and capabilities that maximise the value that Toluna Start delivers for a client's investment, using my in-depth knowledge of exactly what the platform is able to deliver. And today, we will take you through a number of capabilities launched in 2022 that allow our clients to be more efficient than ever in their use of Toluna Start. Firstly, how clients are templating surveys for faster setup and a more consistent way of working, using an example from a leading CPG brand about how they reduce the number of surveys being sent out, whilst getting the same amount of insight and reducing the number of providers. Then, how clients are templating audiences to save around 40 hours a year in some cases, and spend less time doing the tasks they don't enjoy and more time on adding value to their role. And how our clients can launch multi-market surveys at speed to deliver projects they didn't previously think were possible. Finally, how can you combine both quant and qual methodologies in one place to reduce project management time client-side and run more multi-method research than budgets previously allowed? But before jumping into Toluna Start specifically, I wanted to take some time to talk you through the Toluna Group as a whole, for those of you who aren't aware of us. The Toluna Group is made up of Toluna, Harris Interactive, GutCheck, and Kurun Data. This combination allows the Toluna Group to be the home of agile research. And for the purposes of this webinar, I'm going to focus a bit more specifically on Toluna and Harris Interactive. As a group, we have three core pillars that enable us to cater to our clients' needs. First, our technology, through Toluna Start, a leading end-to-end consumer intelligence platform, allows clients to ask what they want, when they want, to who they want, and have access to the quality data in real time. As part of this, our consumer panel of 40 million consumers across 70 markets allows clients to launch a project to these consumers at the click of a button. And clients can also utilise our flexible service model to work how they want, when they want. They can be DIY on one project and full service on another, where Harris Interactive can support to deliver their leading research services as and when required. We will now jump into the Toluna Start platform. The Toluna Start platform is generally split into two halves. So we have a number of automated methodologies with flexibility built in, allowing you to add as many custom questions as you would like to your surveys. And these cover three key business areas: MPD, brand, and ad testing. And as you can see, we have a number of different methodologies that cater to different research objectives. However, for the purposes of today, we're going to focus more on the custom survey element. This is for two reasons. Firstly, this is where we see the majority of the surveys run in the Toluna Start platform. But also, we've seen an increase in the need for bespoke templates to be dropped into clients' accounts. As mentioned, in recent times, we have seen a big increase in clients coming to us with a need to template surveys that can be used on a consistent basis. Whilst automated solutions are great, they don't always cater to the specific needs of each individual business or the ever-changing consumer landscape. We therefore work with clients to generate templates that can be duplicated at the click of a button. However, within this, they still have flexibility built in. They can add or remove as many questions as they like on a case-by-case basis. Therefore, we are catering to the need for flexibility within the ever-changing consumer landscape, while still reducing the time setup of these surveys. These templates can cover a wide range of methodologies, from U&A around the cost of living crisis, for example, through to a bespoke concept testing methodology. An example of this would be Sandra at a leading CPG brand. Sandra came to us with the challenge that her teams had many different ways of working, meaning there was a lot of duplication on the surveys that were being sent out, whilst each team feeling that methodology or the way that that question was asked wasn't reusable. We therefore created a list of templates that her entire team could use on an ongoing basis. This benefited the client as a whole, as it enabled them to send out less surveys whilst getting the same amount of insight. And Sandra was happy as it enabled her to reduce the number of suppliers she was using, a key part of her role.
When duplicating a project, you have the ability to also pull across your targeting properties. However, for the purposes of today, I will show you how you can utilize either Toluna's templated quotas or your own bespoke save quotas for quick and easy setup of our targeting page. In the interest of also showing you this in a multi-market setup, I've chosen to set this up in the UK, US, and Australia. Of course, Toluna has a range of NatRep quotas available in each of the markets which we have our own panel. You can therefore set up NatRep quotas at the click of a button. However, as we all know, this does not cover all eventualities. Therefore, in 2022, we also introduced the ability for clients to save their own quotas using this button on the right-hand side for continued use across their surveys. This can be done on a global level when setting up a multi-market project, or on a market-specific basis, where you can utilize a greater range of profile targeting. As you can see here, all I need to do once I've saved a quota is drag and drop it into the relevant location, and the quotas will pull across automatically. As with all surveys, you then have the option to check feasibility to understand how long it will take to deliver your results. As with Sandra, another client, Sarah, at a leading media company, came to us with the challenge that her team was spending too long on the targeting page, up to 15 minutes per survey. We worked with Sarah to create save quotas that covered 90% of the surveys that she runs. The result was that her team now spend less than a minute per survey in the targeting page. While this may not sound like a lot, for a client who runs 200 surveys a year, this is a big time saving for them. Sarah's feedback was that her team loved her for it, as none of them liked spending time on the targeting page, so she was taking away parts of the role they didn't enjoy. We also now have the ability to run multi-market surveys with ease, with the creation of one script in a language of your choosing and a simple file upload system to translate your survey into as many markets as you require. Whilst I've chosen 3 English-speaking markets today, I will take you through the file upload system to demonstrate how you would upload your translations. So first, you would simply export your survey using the bottom in the top right. You can then drop your translations into this file and re-upload here. This can be done at the simple click of a button, and you will notice up here we are currently at 0%. However, once I upload my file, you will notice that this jumps to 100% and you are able to launch your survey in all markets. However, as ever with Toluna, you have the ability to be as flexible as you need. You can create market-specific questions if you require. or you can create specific brand lists for each individual market by hiding certain answer options. But how has this changed the game? Well, Gail, at a leading food brand in the UK, came to us on a Thursday, very stressed, as she needed some insight for a stakeholder meeting on Tuesday. Using the simple file upload system, Gail was able to script, translate, launch, and analyse by the end of play Monday across 5 markets, something she didn't think was possible at the time. This enabled her and her stakeholders to make an informed decision on the best way forward for a product launch. Neither Gail nor her stakeholders thought that this would be possible to get results in time, but as a result of doing so, both the stock of the insight function and Gail herself rose internally. And 2022 was a busy year for the Toluna Group. We acquired a qual technology business called Further, known to some in the industry as Dub or Dub Studios. We have relaunched this as Toluna Start Qual. This allows our clients to conduct quant and qual in one place with one provider. The Further technology allows for asynchronous engagement with respondents on a range of activities, from diaries and discussions to screen recordings and markups. Using the Toluna panel, we can recruit 50% faster than many of our competitors, whilst also increasing the value of the Toluna Start subscription, as Toluna Start Qual is now available to all existing and future Toluna Start license holders for no additional charge. As ever, you can also run Qual in a way of your choosing. Either we can run the project for you, or you can moderate and report on your side. It also means that you can seamlessly tag on quant to any qual project or qual to any quant project without paying for an additional license. In a project we recently ran with Paul at a leading alcohol brand, he tagged on qual to an existing quant project, something he ordinarily wouldn't have been able to do with the budget available. And his feedback was also that it dramatically reduced the project management time his side, compared with using 2 separate agencies for each stage of the project. To summarise, we have taken you through how Sandra was able to dramatically increase standardisation across her teams using templated surveys, how Sarah was able to make huge time savings using our templated audiences, how Gail was able to launch a multi-market project that she never thought she could, and how Paul ran Qual as part of his quant project, all whilst reducing project management time his side. And that wraps up today's presentation. Don't forget, if you have any questions, please write them into the question box provided, and I'll aim to address as many as I can now. Or feel free to drop me a line directly following this webinar. My email's on screen now if you'd like to set up a more in-depth demonstration of the platform's full capabilities for you or your team. Thanks very much.